So excited about this next guest that we have. Now, if after the break, we're talking Native heritage. Welcome back. Now, here in the U.S., the day after Thanksgiving is National Native American Heritage Day. And not just today, but the entire month of November is dedicated to recognizing the many contributions the first Americans made to the growth of our country. Joining us now is Luis Tijerina. He is the chief of the Trans-Pecos region of Native American ceremonies here in West Texas. Luis, welcome.
Good morning.
We're happy to have you here this morning.
Thank you.
Now, you called me earlier this month, talking about today, and it was so obvious that this is so important to you to remember Native American heritage. Why is it so important to you, and why should it be so important to all Americans?
Many years ago, when my life was topsy-turvy, I didn't know about my Native heritage in my life, and so trying to figure out where I was going in life, I had to look back and see where my heritage was, and found out that I was Comanche.
Okay.
And so finding out what they did, the ceremonies, took me away from a bad point in life.
Okay.
And it made me that passionate about having the heritage and the culture stay alive so that it can help others.
Okay. Talk to me a little bit about what it is that you do as the chief of ceremonies here in West Texas.
Well, personally, I perform sweat ceremonies at the backyard of my house. I've been doing it for about 30 years now. And people come and go, and it's a way of healing the body and getting rid of all the poisons and the toxins. Just like going in the sauna at the Y kind of deal. And we do ceremonies, smudging ceremonies, which is taking sage and putting it around our bodies to cleanse our energies and protect us. And people call me up to do all kinds of different ceremonies. I perform funerals, I do weddings, and those kind of things. So being the chief, people want Native ceremonial participation, and that's what I do.
Okay. Now talk to me a little bit about the garb that you were wearing this morning. It is absolutely so intricate to look at all of the designs and the detail in what you're wearing. Talk to me a little bit about that.
This personally has a lot of meaning to me. My name is Watching Wolf, and you see a wolf on my shoulder over here. And the leggings that I have are rattlesnake covered, and that's one of my power animals. It helps me in life. And this is called regalia. Of course, the bonnet that I wear has 37 eagle feathers. And eagle feathers are very important in our culture. They're you can't buy them, you can't sell them. It's very important for someone who receives an eagle feather. And this eagle wing here is a golden eagle wing that we use in the smudging ceremony, wafting that smoke around with the eagle wing. And we believe that the eagle is the most powerful bird that exists, and so it has a lot of power.
Very nice. Now, coming up after the break, we'll hear more from Luis, more about what Native American Heritage Month means to Americans, and we'll learn a little bit more about all the things that he does as the chief of ceremonies here in West Texas. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fox 24 News AM Live with Ruby Zapata and your local weather authority, Chase Menendez.
Welcome back. If you're just now joining us, we're talking about Native American National Heritage Month. Now, every year here in the U.S., the day after Thanksgiving is dedicated to recognizing and remembering the many contributions the first Americans made to the growth of our country. And it's not just today, but the entire month of November is dedicated to Native American heritage. Now, joining us now is Luis Tijerina. He's the chief of the Trans-Pecos region of Native American ceremonies here in West Texas. Luis, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, before the break, we were talking a little bit about what it is you're wearing. I guess just to recap, if they're just now joining us, why is what you're wearing so important, I guess, to you and to your heritage as a Native American?
This is called regalia, and it's important to me. It has a lot to do with who I am and what I do. My name is Watching Wolf in the Native Circle, and this shirt has a wolf on it representing that power animal. And also on my leggings, I have a rattlesnake that is significant of another power animal. Those animals are what we call good medicine, and they bring us a lot of good things.
Now, when we were scheduling this interview and I spoke to you on the phone, it is so obvious that you were so passionate about keeping Native American heritage alive here in West Texas. Talk to me a little bit about what it is that you do as a chief here in our area.
In this area, people call me up and ask me to do different various ceremonies. Like I said, I do funerals, I do weddings, smudging ceremonies where we take sage and protect our bodies with that smoke, and
Okay.
gives us a blessing kind of deal. And of course, we do sweat ceremonies as well at the house, and been doing that for over 30 years, where it helps purge all the poisons and toxins out of our bodies.
Okay. Now, during the break, we were just talking about the importance of remembering the Native American veterans that we have here in our country. Talk to me a little bit about that, something I know you're very passionate about.
Absolutely. The Veterans Day is on November 11th, and we go to the Vietnam Memorial and do a ceremony there to honor our veterans.
Okay.
At this time, the military hosts Native American veterans more than any other ethnicity, and there's over 22,000 active military personnel right now. Over the years, 150,000 have been through our military, so we want to honor them and give them props.
Real quick, before we wrap up, I know that this month, this day is something that you're very passionate about. Why do you think it's so important for Americans to remember the Native Americans who were here long before this country was colonized?
Well, for one thing, and going back to the veterans, you know, if you think about the code talkers in World War I and World War II, we probably wouldn't have come out with the outcome if it hadn't have been there.
Okay.
That's a very important part, and knowing that we have been here from the beginning and will always be here.
Wonderful. Well, we thank you so much for joining us today. If you would like to learn a little bit more about today and this month and remembering Native American heritage, we'll be posting more on our Facebook page where you can learn a little bit more from Louis. Now, coming up after the break, Chase will give us your full weather, or more weather, and we'll wrap up with Louis. We'll be right back.
You're watching Fox 24 News AM Live in HD.
Always, we'd like to thank our guest, Louis Tijerina, with talking a little bit about National Native American Heritage Month. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Absolutely, it's an honor.
Well, we're happy to have you. What is this that you have for us?
Well, I brought a set of books that I had written a few years ago that I'm still producing and putting out, and I wanted to present you with a copy of them.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic.
We
Thank
appreciate the gift. Now, if you would like to learn a little bit more about his message in remembering Native American heritage, especially this month, where can they find more information?
They can go to www.wolfenterprises.com.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being
the
here.
books there too.
Great.
Oh, excellent.
Thank you so much for being here this morning. Thank you for joining us. We had an awesome talent show. We have it on our Facebook page. Be sure to join us next week. We'll be back soon.